my name is on the top 10 Billboard.
Hey, hey.
Imagine waking up one morning and finding out that your song is suddenly the #1 song on the entire planet. No massive promotional budget. No record label pushing it on every platform. No celebrity endorsement deal worth millions of dollars. Nothing. Just a 20-year-old girl on a piece of ice at the Winter Olympics deciding to dance to your song. That is it. That is all it took. And within 7 days, the streams nearly tripled. Billboard Hot 100 Top 10. Spotify Global #1. 5 million streams a day. And 2 artists who had been waiting their entire careers for this moment were suddenly living their biggest dream because of a figure skater. This is the story of Stateside. This is the story of Zara Larsson, PinkPantheress, and the girl who accidentally changed music history. And trust me, you are not ready for how crazy this gets. Let's go back to the beginning. PinkPantheress is one of the most unique artists to come out of the UK in the last few years. Her sound is unlike anything else in mainstream pop. She takes UK garage, drum and bass and electronic production and wraps it in this dreamy, almost nostalgic quality that feels familiar but completely fresh at the same time. She has built a massive fan base by being genuine, creative, and completely unbothered by trends. She does not follow the formula. She sets her own rules. And that is exactly why when she released Stateside, people paid attention immediately. The original track had everything that makes PinkPantheress special. It had that signature production, those airy melodies, and a vibe that just makes you want to close your eyes and feel something. But then something exciting happened. Zara Larsson came into the picture. Now, if you do not know Zara Larsson, let us give you some context. She is a Swedish pop star who has been in the music industry since she was a teenager. She won a massive Swedish talent competition when she was just 10 years old. She has spent over a decade building her career, releasing hit after hit across Europe and slowly but surely making her mark globally. She is known for her powerful vocals, her infectious pop sensibility, and her authenticity. She does not pretend to be something she is not. And when she joined forces with PinkPantheress on the Stateside remix, something magical happened. Her pop vocals layered over that UK garage production created a sound that was genuinely different. It was not just a remix for the sake of a remix. It was 2 artists who both brought something real to the table, and the result was greater than the sum of its parts. The song dropped. The internet reacted. Streams started flowing in. The song charted. People loved it. But here is the honest truth. At that point, it was doing well, but it was not doing something extraordinary. It was getting the kind of reception that a quality song between 2 respected artists gets. Good numbers, positive reception, some buzz on social media. But nothing that suggested it was about to become a global phenomenon. Nobody could have predicted what was coming next, because what came next was not something any label or marketing team could have planned. It came from somewhere completely unexpected. February 21st, 2026. The Winter Olympics in Milan and Cortina. The exhibition Gala. Now, for people who do not follow figure skating, the exhibition Gala is one of the most special parts of the entire Olympic Games. It happens after all the medals have been handed out. The pressure is gone. The competition is over. And the athletes get to come back out onto the ice and just perform, purely for the love of it. They pick their own music. They express themselves freely. There are no judges holding up scores. There is no technical checklist to follow. It is just a skater and the ice and a crowd that is there to have a good time. It is the most human part of the Olympics. And it was in this moment that everything changed. Alysa Liu skated out. She is 20 years old, born and raised in the Bay Area of California. She had already won the gold medal at these games. She was already a champion. She had nothing to prove. And maybe that is exactly why what she did next felt so free and so real. She chose to skate to the Stateside remix. And she did not just glide elegantly across the ice the way you might expect a figure skater to perform to a pop song. She went all in. She did the choreography. She followed the moves of the song with her entire body. She brought the energy of a music video to an Olympic ice rink. The crowd was completely electric. People in the arena were losing their minds. and the entire thing was being filmed and uploaded to the internet in real time. Within hours, the video was everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, every platform was flooded with clips of Alysa Liu skating to Stateside. People who had never heard the song before were suddenly obsessed with it. People who had already heard it were going back to stream it again. The algorithm picked it up and started pushing it to millions of people who would never have found it otherwise. And the numbers tell the story better than anything else. On the day of the exhibition gala, February 21st, the song received approximately 1.1 million on-demand streams in the United States alone. That is already a strong number for a single day. But then 1 week later, on February 28th, that number had jumped to 2.8 million streams in a single day in the US. Nearly 3 times the streams in just 7 days. Globally on Spotify, the song crossed 5 million streams per day and stayed above that number consistently from February 26th onward. It hit number 1 on the US Spotify chart. It hit number 1 on the global Spotify chart. And on TikTok, video views on the song increased by more than 50% in the week following the skating routine compared to the week before. And then came the Billboard Hot 100. The song had been sitting at number 41. Then it jumped to number 13. And then it debuted in the top 10, landing at number 7.
Number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. For Zara Larsson, this was not just a career milestone. This was the achievement of a lifetime. She has been in this industry for over a decade. She has toured the world. She has released multiple albums. She has collaborated with some of the biggest names in music. And this was her first ever top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. Her first ever number 1 on the US Spotify chart. These are the kinds of numbers that define careers. And it happened because a figure skater chose her song for an Olympic performance. Now let us talk about the reactions. Because honestly, the reactions from both Zara and PinkPantheress are some of the most genuinely joyful things you will see on the internet this year. PinkPantheress went on Instagram and she was visibly in disbelief. She posted a photo and wrote, "What the flip is going on, y'all? Stateside is number 1 on the US Spotify chart." And then she added, "Girl, Stateside was at the MF Olympics. Dreams really do come true." She gave Alysa Liu a direct shout-out in the post. And then Alysa Liu actually saw the post and left a comment calling PinkPantheress a boss. That comment alone sent fans completely wild. 2 worlds colliding, music and sport, in the comments section of an Instagram post. It was a genuinely wholesome internet moment in a time when those are rare. And then there was Zara Larsson's TikTok. If you have not seen it, please go find it right now because it is one of the most entertaining and genuinely emotional artist reactions you will ever watch. She opens the video by saying, "You know what's bonkers? Bonkerini. Bonkerini bikini crazy cruisy." And the energy in that video is just pure, unfiltered joy. She can barely contain herself. She tells her fans that her name is on the Billboard Hot 100 Top 10 at number 7 and she literally just says, "Hi. It's so crazy." But then the video takes a turn that is genuinely touching. She gets reflective. She talks about the fact that she is 28 years old. That this has been her dream for as long as she can remember. That she has been doing this for a long, long, long time. And she says that having it actually happen feels weird, not in a bad way, but in that surreal way that hits you when something you have wanted your whole life finally becomes real. She talks about seeing old concert videos on her feed sometimes, watching fans in the crowd having the best time of their lives, and she says that is what makes her truly happy. Not the chart positions. Not the numbers. The people. The connection. The fact that music moves people and brings them joy. That video hit differently. It was not a PR moment. It was a human moment. And people felt it. Now here is what makes this story even more special. Zara Larsson was actively on tour in the United States while all of this was happening. She was touring in support of her Midnight Sun album, and she was doing shows across the country. When she performed stateside at her Los Angeles tour stop, the crowd reaction was on a completely different level than anything she had experienced before. She could feel in real time that something had shifted. The song had taken on a new life. People in that crowd knew every word. They were there for that song specifically. And Zara was experiencing the surreal feeling of watching her lifelong dream come true while standing on a stage in front of thousands of people who were there because of her music. And now let us zoom out and think about what this all actually means. Because this story is not just about a song going viral. It is about something deeper. Alysa Liu had no obligation to skate to Stateside. Nobody asked her to. Nobody paid her to. She did not have a brand deal with the song's label. She just loved the song and wanted to skate to it. And in doing so, she changed the trajectories of two artists' careers. She gave a song that was already beautiful a platform it never could have bought. She connected sport and music in a way that felt completely natural and completely genuine. And the world responded to that authenticity in a massive way. The Stateside effect is a masterclass in organic virality. It is proof that in 2026, with social media and streaming platforms and the global nature of events like the Olympics, a single moment can still change everything. One performance. One choice. One human being deciding to express herself freely on a piece of ice, and millions of lives got a little brighter because of it. For PinkPantheress, this moment validates everything she has always stood for. She has never chased trends. She has never tried to fit into a box. She has just made music that is true to her and trusted that the right people would find it. And now the entire world has found it. For Zara Larsson, this moment is the culmination of more than a decade of dedication, resilience, and unwavering belief in herself even when the big breakthrough felt like it was always just out of reach. She kept going. She kept touring. She kept releasing music. She kept connecting with her fans. And when the moment finally came, it came in the most unexpected and beautiful way possible. And for Alysa Liu, this moment is a reminder of the power that athletes have beyond their sport. She is a gold medalist. She is a champion. And now she is also the person who gave two incredible artists the biggest moment of their careers. That is a legacy that goes far beyond any medal. So the next time someone tells you that organic moments do not exist anymore, that everything in music is manufactured and bought and sold, remember Stateside. Remember a 20-year-old figure skater from the Bay Area skating onto an Olympic ice rink and choosing to dance to a song she loved. Remember the TikTok video of Zara Larsson barely being able to speak because her dream had finally come true. Remember PinkPantheress writing what the flip is going on in her Instagram caption with the same energy as someone who still cannot believe their own success. This is what music is supposed to feel like. This is what those moments of genuine connection between art and audience look like. And this story, this completely unplanned, unscripted, unrepeatable story, will be talked about for years as one of the most magical moments in modern music history.